Your Call Sam forecast first with Chief Meteorologist Jared Floyd.
Live storm tracker Doppler radar still showing really not a whole lot in our area, but we do have some storms just across the Mississippi River, and some development earlier in the day has prompted a tornado watch, number 200 for the year, across western sections of Arkansas. That does not include any of the ArkLaMiss, but we'll be watching nonetheless for some of those storms that could start in our far northwestern counties. Lows tonight dropping back into the low 70s for most of us. Clouds gather tomorrow, maybe some isolated storms in the afternoon with highs in the low end of the 90s. That's your forecast first. Fox 14 News at 5:30 starts now.
From Fox 14, the right news at the right time. This is Fox 14 News at 5:30.
Right now, Governor John Bel Edwards returning to Ruston after a deadly tornado ripped through 3 weeks ago. Brian Briggs has the latest on the recovery efforts. And we're learning more about the U.S. trade war with China and the impact on farmers. Plus, they sacrificed one of the greatest milestones of their teenage years to fight for our country. How Arkansas vets are now being rewarded. Thank you for choosing Fox 14. I'm Bria Jones. Sarah has the night off. First on Fox, nearly a month after Ruston's deadly tornado, the numbers are coming in on the damage and the cleanup. Fox 14's meteorologist Brian Briggs gives us an update on where Ruston's recovery stands.
Yeah, that's right, Bria. While scars remain from the deadly April 25th tornado in Ruston, the city is heading down a positive road towards recovery. Governor John Bel Edwards came to Ruston today to share an update on the progress of the cleanup and recovery efforts. He talked about the amount of destruction and the cost of the tornado, in addition to where future assistance will be coming from. He also pointed out the resilience of the city, recalling amazing stories of community action and neighbors helping neighbors.
I actually believe at the end of this process, Louisiana Tech, the city of Ruston, will be stronger than they were before. The facilities will be better, and we're going to make sure that we take significant efforts to mitigate against future risks of damage to the university and to the city of Ruston.
Now, coming up at 9, we'll dive more into the numbers, and we'll hear more from Governor Edwards regarding Ruston's progress. Live in the studio, Brian Briggs, Fox 14 News.
Thanks, Brian. And over the weekend, storms swept through the ArkLaMiss, causing severe damage. In West Monroe, a family's home was split in two after a huge tree fell on it Sunday morning. The house is a total loss, the home destroyed inside and out. Frances Cooper says this happened while she was making breakfast and her husband was sleeping.
I could hear something hit the roof of the house like something was crumbling. I know I can get another house, but I can't get another life.
Cooper says her grandson usually stays in the room that was completely crushed by the tree. She says she's just grateful he wasn't home at the time. Fortunately, no one was injured. And new at 5:30, the city of Monroe announcing a road closure that might impact your morning commute. Levee Drive will be closed for several hours tomorrow. The city says the closure will allow the engineering department to work on pump station repairs. The road will be closed Tuesday from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. In more new information, today the Louisiana Legislative Auditor's Office released the findings from a report on the town of Winsboro. The independent auditor noted several repeat findings, including failing to reconcile several town accounts, failing to report unclaimed property to the state, and failing to properly record transfers between funds. As of June 2018, the auditor says the town had a deficit of $417,586. And the U.S. Agriculture Department is scrambling to put together a multi-billion-dollar package to help farmers who are suffering collateral damage from the trade war with China. The tariff battle has provided devastating for many farmers and their communities. Bree Jackson reports.
U.S. farmers are taking a devastating hit.
We've seen these tariffs disproportionately hit Virginia farmers, particularly soybean farmers.
Senator Mark Warner says the trade war with China is costing farmers in his state millions. Warner worries the president's negotiating tactics won't pay off.
I think we all feel that there's not a real strategy here.
President Trump says his policy is working and promises Americans will see the benefit.
We're going to be collecting over $100 billion in tariffs.
The Trump administration is promising up to $20 billion in aid to farmers to help offset losses from the trade war. But USDA officials tell me they haven't finalized any deals yet. George Washington University professor Joanne Weiner says farmers are frustrated.
The bailouts will last only so long, and they would rather not have a bailout. Many of them say we'd rather be earning income from selling what we make.
Weiner says farmers are struggling. Some who voted for President Trump fear they can't hold on much longer. And with the 2020 election inching closer, she says they're waiting to see if he delivers on a trade deal.
If that happens, they will stick with the president. But if not, why not go with a Democrat who would then be not creating wars?
Republican Congressman Buddy Carter supports the president's plan and says the pain is temporary.
This is going to be some short-term pain for some long-term gain.
China says if a deal isn't reached by June, it plans to raise tariffs again. In Washington, Bree Jackson.
And switching gears, 2 veterans will be receiving a diploma at El Dorado High School graduation tonight. Arkansas lawmakers made this opportunity available for veterans several years ago. Those military men and women who served in World War II, Korean, and Vietnam Wars can receive their diplomas if they weren't able to get one because of active duty. The El Dorado School District took a lapse for a few years in providing the diplomas, but they're back at it.
We are so grateful for their service and just are pleased to be able to do this for them.
Fox 14's Gabrielle Pfeiffer caught up with the 2 veterans today. She shares their story of a lifelong dream fulfilled coming up at 9. And our 2nd annual Homeless Veterans Food Drive is in full swing. Last year, we collected 10.5 tons of food. This year, with your help, we're hoping to do even more. And take a look at this. Today, our morning crew, including our new morning anchor, Bodie Brooks, along with Randy Ayala, they picked up donations already dropped off at Max Fresh Market. Fox 14 is partnering with the United Way, the Wellspring, and Max Fresh Markets once again this year. You can drop off any non-perishable food items at any Max in Monroe or West Monroe, Jackson Street Church of Christ, First United Methodist Church in Monroe, and here at the Fox 14 studios in Monroe. Together, we can get our homeless veterans the support they need. And coming up on Fox 14, our high school project is counting for more than just a grade. We'll have that story right after the break, but first, let's check in with Jared for a look at our forecast.
Thanks, Bria. Most locations continue to see sun-filled skies and a very warm and humid afternoon, but some spotty storms still can't be completely ruled out. Maybe even an isolated severe weather threat tomorrow. Full look at the forecast as Fox 14 News at 5:30 continue.
On the next Big Bang Theory.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
The guys have a new neighbor.
Our babies will be smart and beautiful.
Not to mention imaginary. Next Big Bang.
Need guidance on making better financial decisions? Watch Your Money. And get tips on everything from home mortgages to protecting yourself from internet fraud. Your Money, tonight on Fox 14 News at 9. Brought to you by Homeland Bank.
Hey, that's Greg, the Go Auto guy. Hey, Greg, can you really save us money on our car insurance?
You bet I can. Let's compare rates and get a quote. Just answer a few simple questions. Call to get a quote, go online, or come into any Go Auto store.
Wow, you can save me money. I want in.
So just give us a call.
Who was that?
Only my new best friend.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kevin Finley, and I'm excited to introduce to you our new dentist, Dr. Mallory Debnam.
Hey y'all, I'm a West Monroe girl, but I've been gone for 9 years studying and practicing general and sedation dentistry. Now I'm delighted to be back and working at Dr. Kevin Finley's office with his amazing team. We want to invite you to come and see us and the amazing things we have to offer here. Implants, sedation dentistry, cosmetics, and Botox to name a few. Come let us be your new dentists, and we'll take really good care of you.
News sponsored by Willis Knighton, home of the healthcare heroes.
I was pulling up to the red light on South Grand Street, and the car just ran right into the back of me.
Bill fractured his elbow in a rear-end car accident. He called and we went to work right away. We got Bill $130,000. One call, that's all.
News, weather, and sports. Follow us on the KTVE NBC 10 KARD Fox 14 Facebook page. watching Fox 14 News at 5:30 with Sarah Scarlett and Chief Meteorologist Jared Floyd.
Thanks for sticking with us. A group of Arkansas high school seniors have given a little boy the gift of mobility with their senior project. Carly Willis has the story.
Connor Puckett, Braden Lassiter, Dustin Sanchez, and Reed Graber are like most high school seniors in their last day of classes. But one of their projects goes beyond the classroom.
He only has control over his left arm and hand. So we have designed a vehicle to be able to let him use his left hand better to help him move around.
For the seniors engineering design course, the students designed a Power Wheel car for 4-year-old Brody Moore.
There you go. Yay. He's perfectly able to move the car around with his left hand. It's really awesome to see him a little bit independent.
Brody's now whirring around in his green Power Wheel car, sometimes with help from Mom. For the seniors, it was one of their last projects before going on to college.
The smile he had was amazing.
But for Brody and family, it's the gift of independence.
Oh, it means everything. We love seeing him doing more on his own, and we just hope to continue seeing that.
Such a sweet story. So, Jared, you're here with us. What you got to tell us?
Well, it's active across the region. Well, not necessarily here, but to our north and our west. High-risk day and maybe our tropical season getting off to an early start. Forecast next on Fox.
Hi, looking for a great deal?
Yeah, we just got a cabin in the woods.
You must be pining for a RAV4.
We just got he just got a boat.
Well, hitch yourself to a Tundra.
Yeah, Tundra. I got a job.
I got his stuff.
Well, you'll look like a boss in a new Corolla hatchback.
It'll fit your stuff.
It'll fit it all.
During the Summer Starts Here sales event, qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus a $2,000 special edition bonus on a new 2019 Tundra Special Edition.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
In a car wreck and never thought it would happen to you? Now what?
I know what to do.
Call the police.
Then call Morris Bart.
I called Morris Bart, and he got me $165,000.
You know what to do. I'm Attorney Morris Bart. One call, that's all.
I've got 6,000 reasons for you to enter the Twin City Outdoor Yard of the Week contest. And you're looking at it. This year's grand prize package valued at $6,000. Weekly winner announced Friday at 5:30, so enter now at myarclemis.com.
The kitchen is the life of any restaurant, and if it's not working, you're not working. J. Russell Kitchen and Restaurant Supply has your back. Anything from heavy appliances down to utensils and aprons. It's here at J. Russell Kitchen and Restaurant Supply.
This is not a bed. It's a revolution in sleep. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is on sale now during our Memorial Day sale. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. It even helps with this. So you wake up ready to hit the ground running. Only at a Sleep Number store. During their Memorial Day sale, save $1,000 on the new Queen Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed. Now only $17.99. Only for a limited time. Sleep Number, proven quality sleep.
It's time to start cracking it, cooking it, stacking it, so you can start your morning rocking it at McDonald's with our famous Egg McMuffin or Sausage McMuffin with egg. Any two for just $5.
News sponsored by Banner Ford of Monroe. Live Storm Tracker Doppler radar sponsored by bankruptcy attorney E. Orem Young. Now, Storm Tracker weather with Chief Meteorologist Jared Floyd.
Look at the new live storm tracker Doppler radar. Not much out there right now. We do have some clusters of storms east of the Mississippi River from Adams County southward, and most of that is drifting off to the north. We've had some spotty showers and even a few isolated thunderstorms that have thrived in the environment once they've moved farther northward and out of our area, but not a whole lot of ingredients in play for us today to generate a whole lot of widespread thunderstorm activity. The same cannot be said to our neighbors to the north and west. It is a high-risk severe weather day. The first one in 2 years for the lower 48, and the first time we've seen tornado watch probabilities issued as high as they've been today since 2011. The super outbreak of the southeast that included much of Alabama, April 27th of 2011, including that deadly Tuscaloosa tornado. A tornado watch that now includes much of Oklahoma City has probabilities of severe weather just as high as that day, and that's over 95% in all categories, something something that we've only seen twice, once in 2011 and once today. Tornado watches again now stretch into western Arkansas. It does not include any of our ArkLaMiss counties and parishes. Now sits just to the north. But again, tornado watches now from Little Rock all the way to the Midland, Odessa areas, the Lubbock, Texas area. A lot of those spots are under severe watches and warnings as well. Again, as this is a severe weather threat that will unfold through the rest of the day. Future Tracker shows that, again, most of the activity as it shifts eastward tomorrow stays in northern Arkansas and southern Missouri. But as the frontal system moves into our area, it eventually washes out some isolated storms, some of them possibly severe, could be developing in our area afternoon, early evening. By Wednesday, the front washes out, winds are back out of the south, and we're back to just staying hot and humid. So here's a look at the severe weather threat. A slight risk, the level 2 category for our far south counties in southern Arkansas, and then also marginal risk for north central Louisiana and portions of south central and southeastern Arkansas. Again, the main threat would be for damaging wind gusts. Also in the last 20 minutes, we now have a subtropical storm in the western Atlantic. Again, can't make this kind of stuff up, folks, as we now have our first named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season, which doesn't start for another week and a half or so. But the tropical tracker shows subtropical storm Andrea, maximum sustained winds now at 40 miles per hour. This is a very, very unorganized system. Only subtropical, has some tropical characteristics, some that are not, and expected to kind of move off to the north and northeast. Could impact Bermuda with some rains later on this week. Aside from that, it's just a reminder that hurricane season's right around the corner. Mid to upper 80s generally for most of us. We've seen 90-degree marks in some locations today. We'll look for lows tonight in the low 70s. Again, passing clouds, staying warm and muggy with winds out of the south. High temperatures tomorrow, back near 90. Can't rule out an isolated storm as that front moves into our area. Even an isolated severe storm can't be ruled out, but winds will be breezy out of the south for your Tuesday, so plan accordingly. Look at the rest of the forecast. We'll look for highs near 90 through the rest of this week. Morning lows in the upper 60s to low 70s. Rain chances outside of tomorrow and Wednesday become much more isolated in nature. In fact, they kind of drop off the map for most of the days once we get into the start of the Memorial Day weekend. And speaking of Memorial Day weekend, what else would you expect other than hot and humid, with highs in the low end of the 90s to start the weekend and morning lows near 70 degrees. Also, don't forget, now through June 13th, make sure you enter your yard into the Twin City Outdoor Yard of the Week contest. Weekly winners announced each Friday. One of them gets the grand prize, which includes a new Gravely ZTR mower, a steel combi system, and a Hobie fishing kayak, all worth about $6,000. You can enter your yard by going to myarklamiss.com and clicking on the contest tab. And of course, we'll have a new winner this Friday.
I'm amazed because you memorized that entire thing.
I read it a lot.
Well, still to come up on Fox 14, a man survives a freak accident that may not have been an accident at all. And a billionaire gives a commencement speech and a very generous gift coming up in today's Take a Look at This.
News sponsored by Go Auto Insurance.
I know you've seen my billboards around town. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I've been trying to get your attention. I'm Morris Park. You know who I am, and you know what to do. One call or click. That's it.
I found out about the orthopedic specialist at the Franklin Medical Center when I broke my collarbone. Found out that I had a fracture and that I would need to see an orthopedist. It went smoothly. Everyone was very friendly. They were very helpful. The doctor took time to sit and talk to me and explain the issues. The easiest appointment I think I've ever had. We're so lucky to have something like that here at the orthopedic clinic.
It's a difference you can see and taste. Everyday tap water versus water filtered through the new Chief Water Purification System. Installed at your home or business, this system removes chlorine, chemicals, bad taste, and odors from your municipal water source. No more rain buildup around bathtubs. This system will extend the life of your washing machine, dishwasher, and hot water heater. No replacement filters, just a water hose to backflush the filter to keep it clean. It's a clear choice. Call your local distributor at Ken's Coffee Service today.
99.7 My FM. More variety and more music from 2K and today. Monroe's at Work Station. An hour commercial free at noon while you work. An hour commercial free at 5 on your way home. 99.7 My FM.
Who will be forecasting the weather with me this week?
Watch KidsCast Friday on Fox 14 News at 5:30. Sponsored by Ouachita Valley Federal Credit Union. Fox 14 News at 5:30 continues.
Measles cases are still on the rise in the U.S. The Centers for Disease Control shared Monday in its latest count that 880 cases have been reported. As of Friday, 24 states are reporting cases. Most of the cases are in New York. Measles is highly contagious but can be prevented with the MMR vaccine. Officials have attributed rising numbers to misinformation about vaccines. The CDC says when taken in the recommended 2 doses, the MMR vaccine is 97% effective at preventing measles. And people limited to a diet of primarily high-processed foods ate more calories and gained more weight than when their diet mostly consisted of minimally processed foods. James Denon breaks down the study in today's Health Minute.
We live in a society that is surrounded by convenience, and that is no more obvious than when it comes to our food options. One study says that a shocking 61% of American adults get their total diet from ultra-processed foods. The convenience may save you time, but it's not doing any favors to your waistline. And in another study, people who mainly eat ultra-processed foods consume about 500 more calories a day because they ate more. The study, published in the journal Cell Metabolism, found that during a 1-month period, they gained an average of 2 pounds. Those that stuck to unprocessed foods lost about 2 pounds. The people on the ultra-processed diet also ate faster and took extra helpings. The authors of the study point out confusion over all of the diet and nutrition advice being marketed to the general public, saying it only adds to the problem. For today's Health Minute, I'm James Dinan.
I guess that means I need to change my dinner plans. Up next, one last look at your 7-day forecast. Keep it right here on Fox 14 News.
I'm behind on payments, and I'm afraid they're going to garnish my paycheck. What do I do?
Stay calm and call Sam. Let's stop the garnishments before they start, because bankruptcy isn't what we do. It's all we do. Call Sam.
The scenery here is gorgeous, but I wonder if it's distracting me from Suddenlink Spring Sale and being able to watch all of my favorite shows. I can't wait to get out of this serene, natural paradise and back to my Altice One, which I got for only $54.99 a month for the first year. So now I have 100 meg internet, 4K Ultra HD TV, and over 200 channels. And with Altice One, I won't have to exert myself thanks to its voice-activated remote, along with a newly upgraded operating system, which enhances my 4K Ultra HD and cloud DVR experience. I even got a $150 American Express prepaid card. I sure am glad I called 888-793-3278 and that I'm not stuck in a contract since they gave me up to $500 to get out of my previous one. Plus, they didn't make me sign a new one.
I should be telling people about this deal, since it's just $54.99 a month for the first year. Plus, it comes with a $150 American Express prepaid card, only during Suddenlink Spring Sale. Call 888-793-3278 today, or visit suddenlink.com. Altice One, only at Suddenlink.
If you're injured, you can hire us right now from your phone. That's right. You can be signed up in just under 30 minutes. It's never been easier to hire us. Just Google and call me. I'm Attorney Morris Bart. One call or click. That's it.
When left untreated, hearing loss has been linked to depression, increased risk of falls, social isolation, and most worrisome, dementia. Hi, I'm here to tell you there's an easy solution that may help decrease the risk of these life-limiting issues. They're called hearing aids. Schedule an appointment today to have your hearing tested and try the latest hearing technology for yourself.
Call Audibel today and set up your hearing evaluation.
New ice cream cookie sandwiches from Sonic. Delicious cookies and real ice cream are on a summer reunion tour. They taste so good live. Hurry in for Sonic Nights. New $1.49 ice cream cookie sandwiches and half-price shakes after 8.
Join us for our 2nd annual Homeless Veterans Food Drive. Please donate non-perishable food items at any Max Fresh Market store in Monroe and West Monroe. Together, let's give our homeless veterans the support they need and so richly deserve.
Quick look at the 7-day forecast. Highs back near 90. Morning lows in the low 70s for the next several days. Isolated storms possible as that frontal boundary that's bringing all the severe weather to our north and west today moves into central and northern Arkansas tomorrow. The tail end of that front could bring us some isolated severe storms. I wouldn't be overly concerned about the threat, but something to keep an eye out for. Highs in the low 90s, morning lows near 70 through the rest of this week and on through the Memorial Day weekend.
Well, thank you, Jared. A California veteran is lucky to be alive after he was hit by an airborne tripod while riding in a car. Jeremy Roth has today's. Take a look at this.
A man is recovering after being impaled by a tripod police say was thrown from an overpass. Chilling images from Sacramento, California show the aftermath of the incident. Tim Page was driving in the vehicle when it happened.
When I looked up, I saw a yellow something out of the corner of my eye. When it hit the windshield, then I ducked and kind of bent over. When I looked over, that's when I saw this through the windshield.
The passenger, a veteran, suffered broken ribs and a punctured lung. He is expected to make a full recovery. Police arrested a suspect they say was caught on camera stealing the tripod. They believe it was deliberately thrown from the overpass. Over in Atlanta, Morehouse College seniors got some amazing news at their commencement. The speaker, billionaire investor Robert F. Smith, topped his speech with a very special gift.
This is my class, 2019, and my family is making a grant to eliminate their student loans.
The announcement even surprised faculty and staff on stage. Smith is the richest African American in the United States, worth an estimated $5 billion. The school says it's still crunching numbers to figure out just how big a check Smith will graciously write. However, he says he's confident the class will pay it forward. The students wasted no time giving back in the moment, rewarding Smith's generous announcement with chants of MVP. Take a look at this. I'm Jeremy Roth.
Okay, Jared, so are you paying off my student loans?
No,
We're
still
talking
paying.
a few grand here.
Still paying on mine. So,
well, that's it for us, guys. We'll catch you back here at 9 o'clock.